So, how can you tell if a man is a high value, mature, masculine man? So that you choose a man who you're not going to end up wanting to divorce, so you have a soft, smooth, stable life where there's passion and attraction and it does not fade. So many problems that happen in marriages actually come from who the woman chose to be her husband. It's actually a selection problem. So if you choose better, you're going to have a better marriage and a better life. I don't have half the problems that most women complain about their husbands because I chose carefully and wisely. You're not going to change most things about a man, and you really don't want to get into a relationship, and especially a marriage, with someone you have issues with how they are. Major things that you want to change, because people do not change easily. They are pretty much who they are, and marriage is not a fixer-upper project. It is not therapy. It is not life coaching. It's supposed to be a partnership of equals who have different roles. With that said, how can you tell if a man is a high-value, mature, masculine man, i.e. the kind of man that you want to marry and build a life with? So we're going to go through a series of these things. This is the first one. You're going to observe how he makes decisions and what's happened in his life so far as a consequence of his decisions. So look, does he primarily make decisions based on his feelings in the moment? Does he act impulsively? Is he often starting and quitting? A lot of changes in his career, just a lot of transitions and changes and inconsistency in his life. That's a red flag. Because how can you build a stable life with someone who is operating like that? How can you trust that man to lead you, to lead your family, to make good decisions for your joint life together? Over time, you end up feeling resentful, you lose attraction, you feel burnt out, you feel like you have to take on that role instead of your husband doing that. You lose respect, there's distrust. It's a recipe for disaster. So you want to look for a man who makes good decisions in his life. Does he take his time to make decisions? Does he move slowly and cautiously and thoughtfully? Does he think about all the potential outcomes of a decision he's made? And has he planned ahead and planned well so he's in a good place now in his life? Has he been successful in his career? Does he invest in things and stick with things for the long term, overcoming short-term pain and discomfort to achieve long-term goals and long-term outcomes and success? That would be a green flag. This is a man that you can trust, that you can rely on, that you can build a stable life with. It's someone that you know is going to make good decisions, so you can trust him to lead you, to lead your family well. You can stay in your feminine then. You keep polarity, you keep attraction, you keep respect, and you feel safe, you feel taken care of, and that's a recipe for success.